Hello and welcome back to the Core Learning channel. Today we're going to be looking at mixed numbers and improper fractions. So, first things first, what are mixed numbers and improper fractions? Well, a mixed number is when we write a number followed by the fraction. So, as an example, 3 2/3. Improper fractions are when we have a normal looking fraction, but the top is higher than the bottom. So an example of this might be 3/2. So we're going to look at how to go from a mixed number to an improper fraction. So what we're going to do, when we have this format where we have a and then x over y, and these all represent numbers, the number part a, we're going to think of being as in addition to the fraction part. So once we've done that, we then convert the number term to a fraction with the same denominator. So remember, the denominator is the bottom of the fraction, so it's going to have the same denominator as the fraction part of the mixed number. So using the above example, so this a plus x over y, the a term we want to rewrite in terms of something over y. So let's, for instance, just say that a is equal to b over y. So we're going to rewrite this original mixed number, a plus x over y, and we're going to rewrite it, and what we've done in there is we've substituted b over y where the a was, because we've said that they are equal. So using the addition rules, we can now add the b plus x and keep the denominator as the y. And if that was a little bit abstract, we'll run through the same thing, but we'll put some numbers to this. So let's take our 3 2/3. So we're going to rewrite this as 3 plus 2/3. And now we have to rewrite this 3 in terms of something over 3. Well, 3 is equal to 9 over 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this 3 plus 2/3, which was our original mixed number. We're going to substitute in that 9 over 3 where the 3 was. So now we have this fraction where we have the same denominators, which means we can simply add the top terms. When we do this, we have 9 plus 2 over 3, so we have 11 over 3. As important as it is to go from mixed numbers to improper fractions, it's also useful to know the inverse. So how do we go from an improper fraction to a mixed number? Well, what I like to do is break the fraction down into a series of additions. So what do I mean by this? Well, this is going to consist of a number of whole fractions. So a whole fraction is where the fraction simply adds up to 1. So if we look here, let's take 11 over 3. This is equal to 3 over 3 plus 3 over 3 plus 3 over 3 plus 2/3. So we know this. Using our addition rule, we'd have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 over 3, which is equal to 11 over 3. So once we have this, we can see that each 3 over 3 is actually just 1. So we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2/3. So we add up these 3 ones, so that's equal to 3. And then at the end, we have this plus 2/3 term. So our answer just becomes 3 plus 2/3. Or if we're writing it properly, it's just 3 and 2/3. There is another way to do this. So use whichever method you find easiest, but you can also divide the top of the fraction by the bottom, and this will give you the number term in the mixed number. So for example, when we have 11 over 3, 11 over 3 is going to be 3 with some remainder. And then we just have to find what that remainder term is. So if we have 3 that is equal to 9 over 3, and then we have 11 over 3 is going to be equal to, well, if we put in that 9 over 3 term where the 3 is, so we have 11 over 3 equals 9 over 3, and then using the addition rule, it's going to be plus 2/3 to make up the 11. So our final answer using this approach is 3 2/3. So both of these work. I think the top one is maybe slightly more intuitive to me in terms of understanding why and how we're doing what we're doing. But again, just use whatever method feels most comfortable to you. So now's your chance to have a go at a few questions yourself. So whenever you're ready, pause the video, have a go at these questions, and once you're finished, unpause the video, and we're going to run through these one by one. So hopefully you've had enough time to complete those. Let's go through these from the top. So we have 2.5 to start with. So our number term here is 2. So we need to write this 2 in terms of something over 2 to match the fraction. So 2 is equal to 4 over 2. So we can think of this as 4 over 2 plus 1 over 2. Using the addition rule, this will give us 4 plus 1 over 2, which is 5 over 2. Next, we have 5 2/7. Again, we need to rewrite the 5 in terms of something over 7. Well, 5 is equal to 35 over 7. So we have 35 over 7 plus 2 over 7. That gives us 37 over 7. Moving on, we have 1 1/4. Well, in terms of writing 1 as something over 4, this is going to be 4 over 4. So we have 4 over 4 plus 1 over 4 is 5 over 4. Next, we have 10 3/4. So this 10 is going to become 40 over 4. And then we have plus 3 over 4 is going to be 43 over 4. Moving on, we have 4 2/3. So this is going to be equal to 12 over 3 plus 2 over 3, which is 14 over 3. Next, we have 6 5/6. So the 6 here is going to be equal to 36 over 6 plus 5 over 6, which is 41 over 6. We have 20 1/8. So 20 is equal to 160 over 8 plus 1 over 8 is 161 over 8. And lastly, we have 13 2/5. So that's going to be 65 over 5 is equal to 13 plus 2 over 5 is 67 over 5. So now we're going to look at going from improper fractions to mixed numbers. So like before, pause the video, have a go at the questions, and unpause the video when you're ready to go through the answers. Hopefully you've managed to have a good go at those. We'll start from the beginning. So we have 9 over 2. Well, if we divide top by bottom, we get 4. So if we have 4 is equal to 8 over 2. So our remainder is going to be 9 over 2 minus 8 over 2, which is a half. So we're going to have 4 plus a half. Next, we have 15 over 7. So if we divide top by bottom, we get we get 2. And then we're going to have 2, which is equal to 14 over 7. So our remainder term is going to be 15 over 7 minus 14 over 7. So we have 2 1/7. Moving on, we have 25 over 4. So our number term is going to be 25 divided by 4, which is 6. And then the remainder, so 6 can be rewritten as 24 over 4. So our remainder term is 25 over 4 minus 24 over 4, which is going to be 1 over 4. So we have 6 1/4. Next, we have 34 over 3. So 34 over 3, so our number term is going to be 11. And then our remainder, well, we can rewrite 11 as 33 over 3. So our remainder is going to be 34 over 3 minus 33 over 3, which is a third. So we have 11 and a third. Next, we have 5 over 3. So in this case, our number term is going to be 1, and then we have 2/3 remaining. Next, we have 39 over 6. So our number term, so 39 over 6, so 6 goes into 39 6 whole times. And then our remainder is going to be 3/6. And 3/6 can be simplified to a half. Next, we have 23 over 7, which if we divide top by bottom, we get 3. And then our remainder is going to be 2/7. And lastly, we have 11 over 3. So this is going to give us 3 as our number term. And then we're going to have 2/3 remaining. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned something today. If anything is unclear or you have any questions, leave a comment and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.